So, as I previously said, there are three ways to incorporate, uh, what do you call it? To incorporate CSS into HTML. So, number one, we have intern. Let me start with inline method. Then we move to internal method. Then finally, we have external method. So, let's do them one after the other. Now, in internal method, you do this. This is what you do in internal method. Let's assume that you want to use it for this H1 and P. That's when you want to deal with them. This is how they are did it. Let me show you the original file. As I said, I think this testing, so testing CSS. I think it's testing CSS. Let's switch. The paragraph mode, not testing CSS. Testing. Normally testing, please. Sorry about that. Let me load the file. So testing. Where is it? Good. So this is it now. Okay, let's have this. Now, in inline CSS, this is what we do in inline. Style the element here. Style the element. That's it. Then the paragraph, I can style this color blue. I have this one as incorporating. I style is color red. Then this to demonstrate inline method. I style that one color blue. You have it. This is inline. We have both here. Everything is done immediately in front of the element. That means if you have 100 elements, this is how you style it. This is inline method. Then you have the second one, which is internal method. Internal method is demonstrating internal method. The internal method, you make use of the class and ID, so you can use class to incorporate. Maybe this one I give it an ID. Let me give it a name. ID is internal. I don't know whether internal is an. Let me do this. Now come here before the body element, you have your style. So between this style, you can now do whatever you want to do. So let's try this one after the other. Each one, this is class. And you remember that classes are you're done with the what? The dot keyword. I mean the dot notation. So you can have something like this. You have it. Internal incorporate. So I can give it color red. So let me give it another color. Let me give it color yellow or color blue and do this. So I have this now. Then I can go down and create another one for internals. And this one, because it is ID, I use the I sign. So I have this. So this dot for class, hash for ID. So let's use it now. So you now realize that instead of handling it individually here, I put everything within the style, and that is what you have here. So this is internal. We call it internal because it's still within the HTML file. Now the third one is external. External, you are taking your code, you are taking your CSS completely away from the CSS, from the HTML. You are creating a new file for it. So let's assume I have this new file. Let me save it as style.css. Let me replace the existing one there. So this is it now. Then you take all your code away, all your CSS, you take it away from here. You don't want your CSS here. You want it here. Take it away. So this is what you have here now. See, back to the default. Then come here, you have your code here. Since this completely CSS, a different CSS file, you don't need this CSS tag. You don't need the tag. You have your thing here. You incorporate and then everything. So whatever you want to do with CSS, you have it here. And what will be the output on your code? Nothing. Why? Because your HTML and CSS files are different files entirely. So you have to connect them for them to work. And how do you do that? Just come here and use the link tag to do it. And then you have your style.css here. You have your style.css. It's not working. Why? Now this is style.css. This is styles. So because of the wrong file name, this wouldn't work. But with the right name, it will work now. Good. So we can do some other thing. Maybe let me give this one a background color. Background color. Let me make it something contrasting. Let me use this. Ah, yeah, you see it now. So these are the three ways you can incorporate your CSS into HTML. But mind you, the best one is the external. You have your CSS code separately so that if there's an issue with your CSS, you don't be looking for where did I do this? Where did I do this in my HTML? Just go straight to your CSS file, do whatever you want to do there, edit your code and save it. Then everything will be okay. But let's assume that you have 100,000 lines of code and you have some areas you use the inline, some areas you decided to use internal. Then you now start looking for where the code is, where do you want to edit. So to avoid such a problem, have your CSS file separately. That is save you a lot of headache.